Hi, yogis. Welcome back. My name is Olivia from Lighthouse Yoga. My mission is to empower women to reclaim their sense of inner strength, wholeness, and peace through yoga, self care, and embodiment practices. Today, what we're going to be doing is a joint freeing practice. And this variation is going to be totally laying on your back or seated. And it's really geared towards a population who maybe can't get on your hands and knees, or maybe you're a little bit less mobile. So, for example, I've been working with a client who had 2 knee replacements, so she can't be on her hands and knees, and this is an awesome option for her that we've been working on together. So, let's get started, and we're going to be totally laying down on our backs here. Okay? Let your feet be kind of spread apart and lower yourself down. All right, so starting with the toes. These are going to be the first joint that we work through. We're going to inhale, bring the toes towards the nose. Exhale, pointing the toes. Inhale, toes towards the nose. Exhale, pointing the toes. And do your best to avoid moving any other parts of the body or get distracted and start just pointing and flexing. Really stay with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, spreading the toes. Exhale, pointing. And take a pause. Let your feet splay out. Notice the toes, any messages they may be sending. And don't rush this part or fidget throughout. Do your best to be still and listen. Next, we'll move to the next joint, which is going to be the ankles. So spread your feet apart if they aren't already. And we're going to exhale as we close the feet together and inhale as we open them apart. Doing ankle rolls here. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, closing. Again, avoiding temptation to get distracted from your breath or to move other parts of the body. Stay with your breath. Let the movement be slow and subtle and powerful. Reverse your direction. Good. Exhaling as you close your circle. Inhaling as you open. Exhaling as you close. Good. And then pausing, letting the feet splay out. Listening to any message. Avoiding temptation to move. Good. Next, we're going to move on to the knees. And I'm going to offer 2 variations here. So the first variation, plant both of your feet about hips width apart, kind of close to your seat here. And inhale, extend your leg high to the sky. Take your hand behind your thigh. And you're going to inhale as you reach the heel towards the sky. And then exhale as you let it go, bending the knee. Exhaling, release. Good. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, totally let go. And your heel might kick your seat. You're going to be kind of flopping it. It can be kind of a new sensation. So you might catch yourself really slowing down the momentum, but to the best of your ability, see if you can just release and let go, not holding. You might have some cracking here. And for my people who don't want to do that, another option, take both legs long and just exhale as you bring the heel towards your seat. And you might pull it a little closer and then inhale, reach it long. Exhale as you're closing bringing the knee close towards the chest. Inhaling, stretching long. So these are two options. This can feel a little bit more safe. And the other option, we'll model it on the opposite leg now, is to extend the heel towards the sky, holding the heel behind, holding the hands behind your thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let go. Great. Beautiful. And again, I'll model that other variation. Exhaling, bring the heel towards the seat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heel towards the seat. Inhale, lengthen. And depending on your range of motion, especially if you're someone who's had knee replacements, you might not be getting the heel so close to the seat. And that's normal. So just meet yourself where you are. If you're here, that's where you are, and that's great. So yeah, just keep in mind that it's going to look different in different bodies, and that's totally normal. All right, so let's take a breath here. Feeling right knee, left knee, both knees. And that will move on to the hips. And this is a variation that I'll show you, a little bit different than the traditional one I was taught. Take your hands on both of your knees and inhale, open the knees apart. Exhale, close the knees together. Inhale, open apart. Exhale, close together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Great. Feeling the full range of the hips here. Lubricating the joints. Beautiful. And maybe you do opposite circles. Good. And then let your legs come long. Take a breath. Feel the hips. Beautiful. Good. For this next joint, as we call it in this series, it's going to be the waist. So we don't typically think of it as a joint, but for the purposes of this, we do. I want you to take two pillows on either side of your waist and bring your knees towards your chest. Bring your hands out to a goalpost and allow your knees to drop towards one side. Good. Breathe here. Let your legs be heavy. You might gaze over your right shoulder, legs to the left, gaze to the right. Gentle supine twist. Use the strength of your core, bring your knees back over your center. Exhale, drop them towards the right. You might adjust your pillow slightly so it's in a nice supportive spot. Gaze over your left shoulder. If ever looking over the shoulder is too much for your neck, you can just look up. Really important in your yoga practice and in your movement practices that you always honor your own body and you listen to your own body above any teacher who might be giving direction. So if I ever give an instruction that doesn't land well in your body, please know to trust yourself most. Bring your knees back over center, drop them to the left. And let's do some kind of tick-tocking. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And center. Bring the legs long. Move your pillows out of your way. Feel your waist. Beautiful. Good. We're now done with the lower half of the body. We'll move to the upper half of the body. You can stay laying down or you can sit up for this. For the purposes of this client who I've been working with, I'm going to stay laying down because that's what we've been doing together. I'm going to inhale, spreading the fingers apart. Exhale, close them back together into soft fists. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. When I do this one, I really like to visualize buds of a flower and then that flower slowly articulating its opening. Like imagining those petals opening up slowly for the whole length of the inhale. And as I exhale, I imagine like a reverse time lapse going back into that tight bud. So we're not just rushing open, close, but we're really feeling the whole opening and the whole closing, staying with our breath. And throughout these practices, you may have noticed a theme. Whenever we're opening is when we're breathing in. Opening the body, we breathe in, and when we close the body, we're breathing out. Let your hands relax by your sides. Notice your palms. And we'll move to next joint, which is our wrist. Take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, and we'll start doing some nice circles with the wrist. If you're anything like me, your wrist will be cracking like crazy here. The reason why we're holding the wrist is to stabilize the forearm so that we're not just like moving the whole arm around, we're just simply moving the wrist. Stay with your breath. Switch the direction. Rest for a breath. Notice your right wrist. Take a hold of your left wrist. Make those nice circles. So take care to not just be going forward and back, but to really be articulating all the way around. You might notice that your left wrist feels quite different than your left. You can switch the direction of your circles. Beautiful, good. Bring your hands out to your sides. Breathe, feel your wrist. Good. Our next joint is elbows. This one we're going to be bringing hands towards our heart. Breathe out. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, hands towards the heart. Breathe in, open. Another great opportunity for your visualization practice. As I bring my hands towards my heart, I imagine receiving what I want more of in my life. And as I let go, I imagine, what am I letting go of? What do I want less of? What am I ready to release? Receive and let go. Rest here before moving on to our next joint. So our next joint is going to be the shoulders. Make sure you don't have anything in your way here. So if your pillows are kind of in the way, shove them to the side. I'm going to do snow angels. Breathing in and out. Hands come all the way down by your side. Really beautiful for your shoulder mobility here. Breathing out and down. Juicing up those shoulder joints. And down by the side. Do as many as feels good here and rest when you're feeling complete. Okay. For this next joint, we're going to move to the neck. And at this point, I'm going to sit up. So whatever way is easiest for you to sit up, do that. And when you're sitting, it's really important that you are supported. So please take a cushion, a pillow, a block, whatever it might be, and take a seat. I'm just going over here to grab some of my yoga balls for what we'll be doing next. So first sit down. Let your hips be a little higher than your knees. And now start to let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale towards the right shoulder. I'm just going to fix my hair because I don't want to make any sounds near the AirPods. These are new to me, so I don't know if it's interfering. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. I'm lifting and lowering my chin to kind of just expand the sensation. Sometimes I take my right hand out towards the right. I start to feel sensation all through my right arm and through my neck. And I breathe into the sensation. And I'll do the same with my left arm. Good. Now I'm going to do a circle, imagining like there's a pencil coming out of my chin, drawing a nice circle. Really important here to listen to your body, make as big or as small of a circle as is right for you. You don't want to be forcing it here. Switch the direction. Come to center, breathe, feel your neck. Neck can hold so much tension, so notice how good it feels to start to let some of that tension go. Good. Our last joint is the jaw. This is a real point where a lot of us hold a ton of tension, might be grinding your teeth or just unconsciously gritting your teeth throughout the day. So this is a great practice to relieve that. And it's a little funny looking, so that's cool. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your chin, open your mouth, release your tongue. Exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. And again. Turn your head left and right as your chin is at the chest, just really feeling that through the back of the neck. And again, breathe in. Stick out the tongue, breathe out, chin towards the chest. Bring your head back to neutral, feel your jaw. Maybe you open and close the mouth, move the jaw left and right. Notice how it feels. And a bonus, if you have these yoga balls, what you can do, I have these in different sizes here. Take one of your balls, roll out through the jaw. If you don't have these balls, just use your fingers. Manually massage through the jaw. But I have the ball, so why am I not using it? Okay. Beautiful. Rubbing out through the jaw, the temples, the forehead. Letting it feel good. Right. When you've had your fill, put your balls down, let your palms come face up, and just notice how your body feels. You've moved through all the joints of the body from the toes all the way to the jaw. Breathe, check in. All right, that's all for today. Thank you for practicing with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.